Hi everybody, welcome back to Sunshine Soap and Candle Company. Today we're going to be making a powder to foam cleanser. A powder to foam cleanser is a very chic type of facial cleanser that is made up primarily of plant-based surfactants and dried plant material or botanicals. They are really unique and fun to use because they start out as a powder, and when you wet them, it activates a beautiful, creamy, skin-loving lather. They are also really fun to formulate because you can use any type of botanical or herb or plant matter that you like that brings in the type of benefits that you want in your facial cleanser. So if you would want something that's high in antioxidants, you would choose a plant that's got high antioxidant content. If you want something that's antibacterial, you're going to choose something that's got antibacterial properties. If you want something soothing, it goes on and on. So you can choose what you like and the ratios of the type of plants that you like to use and really customize this product. In this video today, I'm going to be giving you a full step-by-step visual process and tutorial of how to put together this beautiful powder to foam cleanser. If you would like the full written recipe and tutorial with percentages, please head on over to my Patreon campaign where you can unlock this recipe along with all the other recipes. There's over 2.5 years of archived recipes now for just one $5 pledge. In addition to the recipes and tutorials, there are other tiers on my campaign that you can take a look at and take advantage of if you're interested. We have things like coupon codes to my favorite suppliers, coupon codes to my website, live monthly hangouts, quarterly classes, and much more. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the description box below. I really hope you'll give some consideration to joining my campaign. All right, let's make a beautiful powder to foam cleanser. Okay, so before we get started, it's important to note that you want to make sure and clean and sanitize your entire workstation and also any tools and equipment that's going to be coming into contact with your formula and your finished product. So that includes containers that you're going to be holding your finished product in. So the first thing we're going to do is weigh off the surfactant. Now the surfactant in a formula is what brings the cleansing properties and also the bubbles and the foam to your formula. So today we're using a solid surfactant called sodium cocoyl isethionate, otherwise known as SCI. It's a solid surfactant that's made from coconuts. It's got a very low pH, about a 5 or 5.5, which makes it great for facial care or gentle body washes and also hair care. And I got mine from Make Your Own Buzz. However, you can get it anywhere. I know I don't think they carry the sodium cocoyl isethionate anymore, but you can pick this up at a lot of places like Wholesale Supplies Plus and other soap suppliers. So we're going to go ahead and weigh off our sodium cocoyl isethionate. Now, it's also important to note that this can be irritating to your lungs, this dry surfactant. So if I were making a bigger batch, I would definitely be putting on my dust mask. However, we're just using such a small amount here, and I'm going to be careful not to breathe it in, but certainly put on your mask if it is irritating to you. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to be adding in, now you guys might have been noticing lately in the last several videos, I'm getting very interested in adding in different types of plants and drawing out the constituents of those plants to help with skincare. I really am getting very interested in making really quality plant-based products because I think that they have amazing benefits for the skin. So I have formulated this particular product to be soothing as well as detoxifying, and so for that reason I'm going to be using Moringa leaf. Now Moringa leaf is an amazing plant, and I got this one from Mountain Rose Herbs. It's in a really big container here, but I got mine from Mountain Rose Herbs, and I'm using it because it has great antibacterial properties, it has antioxidant properties, and it's also considered to be an anti-aging property. And this will make the product, just like I said before in the intro, just super chic and luxurious. So then the next plant that I'm going to be adding into this formula is dandelion leaf. Now, I also got this from Mountain Rose Herbs. It's important also to note that everything from Mountain Rose Herbs is organic. And so you want to make sure you're using plant matter that hasn't been sprayed down with any chemicals or pesticides, because you don't want to be bringing any of that to your skincare. Okay, so we are going to be using dandelion leaf because dandelion is also a really super amazing plant with tons of constituents and benefits, but it's mainly noted for its detoxifying properties. So we're going to be using dandelion leaf here as well. Okay. And then to this, we're going to be adding in some colloidal oatmeal. And we're going to be using the colloidal oatmeal for its soothing properties, calming and soothing properties. I picked up this colloidal oatmeal at Wholesale Supplies Plus, although you can get it anywhere really. Okay, and then next, we're going to be adding in some clays. And the reason why I'm using clay is for its detoxifying properties. So again, this formula is going to be very soothing as well as detoxifying. And again, that moringa leaf has amazing antibacterial, anti-aging, antimicrobial. It's just an amazing plant. So I can't say enough about how excited I am to be adding in more plants to my product line. I feel like I'm growing a lot in that area, so I'm really excited about it. Can't wait to share my ideas with you guys. So the first clay that we're adding is kaolin clay, and this is going to add some nice kind of slip as well to the powder to foam cleanser, but it's also super helpful with detoxifying. And then the second clay we're going to be adding in here is some French green clay. Now I'm also using this for its detoxifying, clarifying properties. It also helps to kind of tighten and tone the skin, but it's also going to give this powder to foam cleanser a really beautiful color. Okay. Now, the rest of the ingredients are going to be essential oils and a light carrier oil. So what I'm going to do next is go ahead and get this scale out of the way. And then what we need to do is grind up our beautiful plant matter and surfactant and the other powdered ingredients. So what I'm going to be doing is just transferring this piece into a little spice grinder. Carefully. And then I'm going to set this aside, but there's all my beautiful ingredients in there, and we're going to be blending them up together. But first, I want to go ahead and weigh off my essential oil and my carrier oil. So I'm going to be using tea tree oil, and I'm using the tea tree oil here because it is an amazing essential oil for the skin. You don't want to use too much of it. You have to be careful and follow usage rates with any type of essential oils, but with the tea tree, you definitely you don't want to go overboard because it can tingle the skin, and you definitely do feel it, especially if you're sensitive. But this is great for acne prone skin, and it doesn't really dry you out. So I really like it for skin. It helps with oily skin too. Of course, if you don't have oily skin or you think this is going to dry you out too much, which I don't think it will. It's actually pretty gentle in that way, but if you feel like it's too much, you can just use any other type of essential oil that's suitable for the face. Lavender would be a great option here, bergamot. Okay. And then my carrier oil, my light carrier oil today is going to be sea buckthorn oil. Sea buckthorn oil has amazing skin benefits to it and antioxidants and lots of other things. You can use any light carrier oil, however, in its place, but it's got this beautiful orange color. Now you won't see this in my finished product, but it is a very beautiful oil. I'm just mixing this right in with my tea tree. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm going to place my oils right over the top of my plant matter and my other dry ingredients in here. I'm just going to take my dropper and just kind of slowly get that kind of evenly distributed. This is going to dampen down that sodium cocoyl isethionate a bit, so it's not going to be irritating once it's ground up, and it'll help dampen the powders down a little bit as well. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and grind up everything together. I'm going to blend it up in this little spice grinder until we get a very smooth, fine powder. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and check on my formula, and then I'm going to give it a little stir. And taking a look and making sure everything is well blended. And it just smells really good if you like tea tree. Okay, and I'm going to give it another little blend here. Okay, and that's looking really good. So the last thing we're going to do is just go ahead and get this bottled up. Okay, so I think I got the cutest little containers to store this in, and they are just these awesome little test tube beakers. A lot of times you see these used for bath salts or bath teas and things like that, and they come with a little cork that goes on top. I think these are really super trendy right now and very beautiful. It looks like something you could find in like a boutique or okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and fill a couple of these just a little bit on the bottom with the dried moringa leaf, and I'm just doing that strictly for interest. I think it's going to just give it a really nice little botanical look. So I guess one way you could kind of get those botanicals to go down to the bottom, it does come with a little bottle brush. This is all cleaned and sanitized, by the way. It's been sanitized with bleach. So there you go. You can just push it down with this bottle brush. This came with the set of beakers, but there we go. It's just going to get it off the side. So the powder should lay right on top of these botanicals now. And of course you could omit this part, but I think it'll make it look really cute. So all I'm going to do now is go ahead and put my funnel back in here like this. And then I'm going to grab my cleanser. And I'm just going to start funneling it in. Put that out of the way so you can see. And I got about 3 of these little test tubes filled up. Aren't they just gorgeous? So I'm gonna go ahead and put a transparent label on this and maybe a little bow or a tag. I think these are gorgeous with some like twine, baker's twine or otherwise. And we're gonna go ahead and do a demo so I can show you just how this works. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and demo this for you so you can see how it works. So I'm just gonna wet my hand down a little bit here, and then a little bit goes kind of a long way actually. So I'm gonna pour what's left in my beaker here into my hands, and actually that's more than enough, and I'll show you what that looks like. Just gonna wet my other hand and kind of dampen it down a little bit, and I'm just gonna start to make a paste. This way our powder doesn't fly all over the place. So go ahead and make a paste with it like this, and you'll see that plant matter is starting to clump up a little bit and act as a little bit of an exfoliator. So then at this point you can add a little bit more water. To create that lather. And you're gonna get a beautiful, creamy, gorgeous, creamy, kind of dense, very soothing lather. And it's got a little bit of that very fine, smooth kind of exfoliating feeling from the ground up Moringa leaf and Dandelion leaf. It's just gorgeous. It smells super good too. Anyway, I'm absolutely loving this formula. I'm using it a couple times a week in addition to some of those other face washes and things that I've been sharing with you more recently, and I've been very, very happy with the results. I formulated this one in particular because I was getting a lot of breakouts from wearing my mask and stuff, and it seems to have really helped clear that up and detoxify those areas of my skin without over drying it. So there you go, everybody. That's how you make a beautiful, detoxifying and soothing powder to foam cleanser. They're super fun to make. They're really chic looking, and they're really good for your skin. I hope you really liked this video. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment or question below. Share this video with a friend, and consider subscribing to my channel. All right, catch you on the next video. Keep shining. Bye.